Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
Welcome to Mom and Dad Are Fighting, Slate's parenting podcast for Thursday, December 21st, the 2023 Holiday Party Edition. I'm Zak Rosen. I host another podcast. It's called The Best Advice Show, and I'm dad to Noah, who's 6, and Ami, who's 3. We live in Detroit.
I'm Jamilah Lemieux, a writer, contributor to Slate's Care and Feeding Parenting column, and mom to Naima, who's 10, and we live in Los Angeles.
I'm Elizabeth Newcamp. I write the homeschool and family travel blog, Dutch Goose. I'm the mom of 3 littles, Henry, who's 11, Oliver, who's 9, and Teddy, who's 7. We live in Tokyo, Japan.
We have a very special show for you today. It's our annual holiday party. Woo! We're going to start by sharing some triumphs and fails from the year. Then we rounded up all of our kids and asked them your burning questions.
It's chaos, but every good party needs a little chaos.
Then we'll move back to the adults table to talk about our favorite advice we've given or received this year. And we'll finish the party off with a big announcement, so stick around for that.
Then, if you're in the Slate Plus Club, we are going to do a bonus round of recommendations to lead us into the new year. Here's what you'll hear if you have Slate Plus.
It's a really lovely podcast. Also, she has like the best voice. She's British. Her voice is amazing. She's a journalist.
Chloe Porter.
Yeah, I mean, I listen just because the minute her voice comes on, I instantly feel relaxed. I mean, she could be like reading the dictionary and it would be lovely. So check that out.
By becoming a Slate Plus member, you'll enjoy a weekly bonus segment and all your beloved Slate podcasts without any ads. It's the ultimate way to enhance your listening experience while also providing vital support to our show. You can join Slate Plus today by visiting slate.com/momanddadplus. All right, we're going to jump into triumphs and fails as soon as we get back from this short break.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Hey listeners, whether you love true crime or comedies, celebrity interviews, news, or even motivational speakers, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue, right? And guess what? Now you can call the shots on your auto insurance too. Enter the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. The Name Your Price tool puts you in charge of your auto insurance by working just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, then they'll show you a variety of coverages that fit within your budget, giving you options. Now that's something you'll want to press play on. It's easy to start a quote, and you'll be able to choose the best option for you fast. It's just one of the many ways you can save with Progressive Insurance. Quote today at progressive.com to try the Name Your Price tool for yourself and join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
If you're spending time with loved ones for the holidays, chances are you're going to hear a lot of stories. The ones you love to hear and the ones you've heard too many times. But have you ever wanted to help your loved ones document those timeless stories? It can be challenging to write an entire book of life memories, but Storyworth makes it fun and easy. This is how anyone can write a book about their life. I got Storyworth for both of my parents as a recent gift, and they loved it. They just recently published their book. It is so substantial, but it was very simple for them to make. And now I get to share it with my kids, and maybe one day my grandkids too. This is a family heirloom that you can be a part of creating. By giving the gift of Storyworth, this is such a good gift. Help your family share their story this holiday season with Storyworth. Go to storyworth.com/momanddad today and save $10 on your first purchase. That's STORYWORTH.com/momanddad to save $10 off your first purchase. Storyworth.com/momanddad. We're back. Jamilah, let's get this party started. What ultimate triumph or fail do you want to share?
So I think one of my big fails for this year is my inability to deal with Naima quitting dance. I talked about this in the past, that Naima was taking dance at this great, well-known Black dance company here in LA. They've been around for many years. And I was just so proud of her being a part of it and being a part of the community in that way, and the discipline that she was learning and the performances that she put on. I just really, really loved it for her. When the dance season started back up again, her dad and I just registered her. We didn't ask her. We didn't, think about if she wanted to do it anymore. We just signed her up. When I took her for the first day of class, she flat out refused to go in. It was the whole thing. The director of the dance company came outside and talked to Naima, and I thought she was going to talk some sense into her, and she wished her well. She said, if this isn't what you want to do anymore, then, I wish you all the best. And I was just so heartbroken, because I just loved this for her. But I had to realize that it just doesn't make her happy anymore, So I failed because before I finally accepted that, there was a lot of like, no, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. Go inside. You got to do it. But with some time and reflection, I realized that that wasn't the right approach, and that she has the autonomy to participate in programs as she sees fit, and, that you can't force dance onto someone.
It's tough, though, when you thought it was going to go one way and you see that she's so good at it, and,
And do you think the dream is dead? Maybe she just is going to take a bit of a break.
I don't know. Every time I've asked, like, do you miss, the company? She's like, no.
All right, maybe it's dead.
So I don't know. She said she still enjoys dancing, and there's dance performances at school and at the after school program. So she's gotten to do some dancing. So I don't know that it's completely dead, but it's not a priority for her like it used to be.
But now she's in volleyball. How's volleyball been going?
Volleyball went well. It was a pretty short season. She was a little disappointed they didn't win the championship game, but everyone got a trophy.
Oh, that means she cares about it.
She cares about it, and everyone got a trophy. She got her first participation trophy, which I think now that I've seen one, I'm like, I'm in favor of this. I think every kid should feel like they're worthy of a trophy.
I'm fine with that.
That's exciting.
Elizabeth, what have you got for your year-end triumph or fail?
All right. I am calling a mostly triumph on settling into Japan. I feel that we are mostly settled. Like we have a good like getting to and from school routine. We have some friends. There's like lots of places room for improvement, but I feel like I feel settled. This is like a home now. When we come back here, we feel like this is our home. The kids have called it our home. When you first move someplace, sometimes they're like, this place that we're staying, like they tend to really resist using the word home. And, or when you say like, okay, it's time to go back home, they'll be like, back to Colorado. You're like, no, the house here in Tokyo. But I feel like this is good. Like my triumph is that we got here. We have had some like real adventures, and for now, this is home.
Congratulations. I mean, there were weeks and weeks where y'all were living out of a hotel.
Yeah.
This is great.
I know when I think back, like sometimes it feels like we've been here like a long time, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, we were like in like last Christmas, we were in Colorado, and this is what it was like. And last time this year, like I've had a lot of those, moments, but I just am I'm proud of how well the boys have done with so much change, and how they've taken to school, and how they've taken to just, complete, we don't use the car as much, like all of those things.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations.
You did it. Big deal. That's huge.
Yeah.
You did it. Yeah.
Zach, what about you?
So I'm going to take a triumph, and I'll talk into it. One of my biggest fears going into becoming a parent, and then one of like the biggest adjustments once I became a dad, was the sleep deprivation. It's been 6 years of having a kid and now 2 kids, and just this past weekend, Shira and I were in bed. The kids woke up at like 7, and we just asked Noah to like take care of Ami. We gave them TV. We've since outlawed weekday morning TV, but on the weekends we're fine with it. And so they came into our room, and we just asked Noah, all right, take Ami, get him something to eat, and you guys can go down and have TV. And like It went incredibly well. There was no conflict. There was no screaming. He let her take care of him in a really sweet way. And we stayed in bed till like 9:30, which
wow.
that hasn't happened since 2017, really. And so like they're getting to the age where she can like be a big sister in a real way, in a really like fundamental, I'm gonna take care of my little guy way. And that was what I'm hoping will be, and I'm sure it will be, like the first of many instances of them, taking care of stuff without needing us. And so it was like 2% bittersweet, but 98% just freaking great. Like, wow, what a gift that was.
Was Noah like so excited too? Because I feel like she's of the age where it's not a chore,
She was beaming. She was so proud of herself. Yeah. She was as proud of herself as Ami was when he told us that he didn't have any accidents at school. There's been a lot of pride coming from those two these last couple weeks, so feeling very grateful for that.
It's some freedom for you guys. I don't know. It's
freedom.
like so nice. Like you said, slightly bittersweet, but mostly like, oh my gosh.
It's great.
We might survive this after all.
That's right. Mostly sweet. On that note, we're going to take another quick break, but we will meet you back here at the kids' table. Quince has timeless pieces that can transform any closet. So when it comes to dressing your family for the holidays or picking out gifts, head over to Quince. I have become like a big chore jacket convert. And what I love about them is that you can dress them up, you can dress them down. If I'm being cash, I just wear a t-shirt under, but tonight we're going to a kind of formal event and I'm going to wear like a nice button-down shirt under my black Quince chore jacket. And it looks great. It is only $59.90. You can't get chore jackets for much cheaper than that, I can assure you. It's top quality. I wear this thing all the time. My black chore jacket goes with pretty much anything. It's so good. Get high-quality essentials at affordable prices for you and the whole family with Quince. Go to quince.com/momanddad for free shipping and 365-day returns on your order. That's QUINCE.com/momanddad to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/momanddad. If you're spending time with loved ones for the holidays, chances are you're going to hear a lot of stories. The ones you love to hear and the ones you've heard too many times. But have you ever wanted to help your loved ones document those timeless stories? It can be challenging to write an entire book of life memories, but Storyworth makes it fun and easy. This is how anyone can write a book about their life. I got Storyworth for both of my parents as a recent gift, and they loved it. They just recently published their book. It is so substantial, but it was very simple for them to make. And now I get to share it with my kids, and maybe one day my grandkids too. This is a family heirloom that you can be a part of creating by giving the gift of Storyworth. This is such a good gift. Help your family share their story this holiday season with Storyworth. Go to storyworth.com/momanddad today and save $10 on your first purchase. That's STORYWORTH.com/momanddad to save $10 off your first purchase. Storyworth.com/momanddad.
Hey, this is Mary Harris, host of Slate's daily news podcast, What Next? Slate's mission has always been to cut through the noise, boldly and provocatively. This election season and Supreme Court term are no different. Important coverage like this, though, it would not be possible without the support of our Slate Plus members. So, I'm going to invite you to join us with a special offer. You can try your first 3 months for only $15. That is $5 a month for your first 3 months of uninterrupted ad-free listening on every Slate podcast, member-exclusive episodes and segments of your favorite shows like Amicus and the Political Gabfest, and unlimited reading on the Slate site. Best of all, you'll be supporting all of Slate's independent journalism and analysis as we make sense of the news like no one else can. Sign up for Slate Plus at slate.com/podcastsplus. Again, that is 3 months for only $15. So sign up now at slate.com/podcastplus.
All right, we're back. Obviously, this whole show is us talking about our kids constantly, but you rarely get to hear from them directly. And so once a year, we like to hand the mic to them to hear what they think. Thank you to everyone who sent in questions. Here are the children of Mom and Dad Are Fighting. Okay, I'm here with two very special correspondents. Who's here with me? Can you introduce yourself?
Noah.
How old are you?
6.
And
3.
what's your name?
Ami.
Okay, you're on Mom and Dad Are Fighting right now. Listener Mary asks, I know that Noah has started to listen to more grown-up music. What songs is she loving right now? What songs is Ami loving right now?
I like Shake It Off.
Bye.
Taylor Swift.
And
Let's Get This Over With.
by who?
They Might Be Giants. Speed Drive from Charlie XCX.
Off the Barbie soundtrack, right? Say, oh, Bobby, you're so fine, you blow my mind. And then Ami, what two songs are you into right now? Blaze, you love Blaze on the Monster Machines, right?
Ready, race.
1, 2, 3, let's play.
Blaze. Gimme.
And then, you know what other song you love?
I'm fun when it's everyone.
It's only fun when it's everyone from
Popstruction.
Popstruction.
It's only fun when it's everyone. We all need a way to get there.
Okay, now from listener Jen, it says, Noah and Ami, what are some of your favorite things to do together? Okay, as I was asking that, Ami was just stepping on Noah's hair. Would that count as something? What are your favorite things to do together? No. So what are some things you actually like doing together?
I like breaking my brother.
You like breaking your brother?
No!
We can't tell all the listeners that your favorite thing to do is break each other. More like brother and sister are fighting, am I right? Okay, can you guys tell me what are some of your favorite things to do together?
Give Mommy a hug.
Yep, giving each other hugs.
Yeah.
You like to take baths together, right?
Take a bath together.
Do you like to draw in the basement together?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what else you guys like to do is watch movies together, right?
Watch movies together. Watch movie together.
You like to watch movies together. Very good. Okay, let's see what else. Another listener asks, Noah, do you still like to peel grapes?
No.
No? Okay.
And
No. Do you have any other advice, though?
yeah. If anybody is doing something that you don't like, just ignore them. They'll stop. I'm telling you.
Like, for example, sometimes Ami will just, like, scream for something, and then...
Like for TV.
Like for what?
TV.
Yeah.
And then my dad just ignores him because then he's gonna stop because he gets bored of saying it.
And you gave me that advice just the other day, and it works really well.
It did actually. Whoa.
Michelle wrote, I am always happy to hear kids report on their parents' triumphs and fails. So Naima, do I have a triumph or a fail that you'd like to share with our listeners?
Well, last week, a triumph that you had was going to Target and getting me an outfit for every day of my spirit week.
Aw, glad that worked out for you. Aaron wrote, it would be fun to hear about gift giving from kids' perspectives when parents really got it right or wrong. So, Naima, are there any memorable gifts that you want to talk about? Anything that you really liked or maybe didn't like?
Well, one time you kind of got it wrong was you bought me 2 shirts, and I usually don't wear long sleeves or turtlenecks. I usually wear t-shirts, but for my shirt. And so it was silk type textured long sleeve that was like a turtleneck, and it was 2 of those. And they had really interesting designs, and I wore them a couple times because I didn't want to be rude or disrespectful, but I really didn't like them that much.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Ashley wrote, I want to hear what all the kids think they're going to do when they grow up.
When I grow up, I'm going to play in the NCAA women's volleyball league.
And what else?
I'm going to own my own cosmetology establishment.
What kind of services will you do?
Massages, spa treatments, nails, hair, and makeup.
Sarah wants to hear a story that you and your parent are always cracking up about. Just something funny that happened or a funny family memory.
I did one time in 2020, and it's when I first started watching apps like TikTok, and then there was this one person I used to watch. They used to glue their eyebrows and keep them up and then cover them to do special art designs, but I didn't know how to do all that. So I tried gluing my eyebrows and ended up gluing my eyelids, and they got stuck like that. And I used to keep doing it, and then instead of confessing what I did, I used to always just say I was swelling up. And then one time I got taken to the doctor for it, and then they said she's not swelling up. She probably put a product that's not for your face on there, and she showed a hair gel or a lotion or something that she thought I could have put on my face.
So it was glue?
So
I didn't know that.
I told you that.
Oh my God.
So she helped me for putting that on my face, and I was like, I never read the label. So I just lied. But then only recently, a couple months ago, which she forgot, I told her that I was actually glue. And so we joke about it from time to time.
Okay, so Maddie wrote, Naima, given that you love Barbies, what did you really think of the movie?
I thought that the movie, at the beginning, it was fun because it was Barbie land and women doing things and what Barbie's all about. But when the Kens took over, it got kind of crazy. But at the end, when she started getting depressed, it was sad. But when they taught everybody why it's important for women to have their own things, it was actually really empowering.
Okay. Anne wrote, Naima, your mom shares the best recipes. Thank you, Anne.
She
What's
does.
your favorite favorite recipe to cook with her? Or
she gets those recipes off a New York Times website.
I tell them that. Or what is your favorite thing that she makes for you?
She makes this apple chicken that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
Happy holidays. Peace out and bye, guys. I'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Henry. I'm 11 and I live in Tokyo.
How do you feel about us sharing stories about our family on the podcast?
It makes me feel kind of weird because everybody at my school knows my mom and my parents because they're on Google and they are on a podcast. So it's kind of weird, but sometimes it can be fun. That's how I made a lot of my friends. They thought my parents were nice and they were like, oh, he's nice too. So yeah.
What Japanese words do you know?
Konnichiwa, watashi wa Henry desu.
Is this like the exam you just had?
Hi, isai, isai naisai desu.
Why don't you tell them how Japanese class is going?
In Japanese class, I do not do that good. On my last exam, I got a 65 out of 100.
How are you feeling about learning Japanese?
Terrible. I am not good at Japanese.
Tell them how many different alphabets there are.
There is hiragana, there's katakana, there's kanji, and then there's hiragana 2 and katakana 2 with 10 tens and bulbs.
And you have to learn all of that.
Yeah. It's like this a, I, U, E, O, ka, ki, ki, ke, ko, sa, shi, shi, se, so on and on until the wa line.
Okay. Read this one.
Another question one of the listeners asked is, do the Newcamp children miss homeschooling? And I would say I really miss homeschooling. It makes me very sad that I don't get to have my friends in Colorado anymore homeschooling. And I really miss them because homeschooling was like I'd only have to go once a day and I just got to relax the other days and do whatever I wanted. So I felt pretty good, but now I'm really sad and I really miss homeschooling.
Can you just say your name and your age?
I'm Oliver, and I'm 9 years old.
Perfect. We're going to start with, how do you feel about me sharing stories with you about you on the podcast?
I think, like, people who listen will, like the mistakes of us and how funny the mistakes are.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a vet for cats and other types of cats, like lions and mountain lions.
That's a wonderful answer. What is something that we are always laughing about in this family? And I can think of something specific that you did when you were little that makes us laugh every time. Do you want to tell that story?
So once I was in Malta and we went to this tadpole place and I didn't want to get in and then I screamed, "I'm scared of crabs."
Were there crabs everywhere?
Yes, and I'm still scared of crabs.
Are you glad we moved to Tokyo?
Yes, I think so. Like, it's in America. Like, I miss it because I don't have any friends here and I don't speak the language. And in Tokyo here, a few good things are like, I love like being able to get back from school by train alone. I love going alone on the train because it feels really nice being alone.
What about how you get to walk to the konbini and get your own dessert?
Oh, yeah. We also get to almost get a new dessert every day because we don't know what the desserts here taste like. So we get to try new stuff every day.
That's kind of fun. What's been your favorite thing we've done here? Like kind of tourist thing?
Favorite thing, number 1, cat cafe. Number 2, pig cafe. What else? Ghibli Museum.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Oh yeah, Kidzania, Disney. But my most favorite is the cat cafe. My name is Teddy and I'm 7.
That's perfect. This is a funny one given what happened today. Brock asks, how do you not get lost traveling in Japan?
It's super funny because it shows in English and Japanese. So yeah, we just have to like sometimes guess the train if mommy doesn't know the way. But if we know the way, we just go like, oh, we're here. Super easy.
What happened today on the way home?
I got lost because Oliver lost me.
Okay. And what did you do? Because somehow you're here.
And I got on the train by myself. And then I met Henry because he was waiting there.
So to be clear, your brothers got on a train and the door shut and you did not get on.
Yeah, because I tried to go with Henry.
Yeah, they went in different cars.
Yeah.
Were you scared when that happened?
No.
You just waited on the platform for the next one?
Waited for the next one.
How did you know where to get off?
Because I looked at the thing.
Good. You remembered?
Yeah.
You know why I was nervous? Because guess what you left at home?
What?
The sheet that says tell someone where you're going.
But I'm very good at finding my way.
Clearly, you got home. No problem. That was great. Let's see. Do you miss homeschooling?
Yes, very much. Because we only get breaks for lunch and snack, which is not that. That's just one lesson, one long lesson or 2 short lessons apart, which I do not like because It's so boring.
Someone wants to know the rules about shoes indoors. What do we have to do here?
That is super serious.
And tell them about school. When you tell them about your shoe situation at school.
So you need to have 2 shoes at school, but 1 shoe at your home. So at your home, you have a shoe place. If you put it on the wood, illegal.
Yeah.
But if you put it on like stone, that's fine. But wood, no. But at school, we need 2 pairs of shoes. So you walk in your shoes you wear outside, and then you change your shoes because you wear shoes in the school. It's still on wood, so that's fine because we changed our shoes to indoor shoes.
Is there anything else you want to tell the listeners?
No.
It's okay, no.
No. Happy New Year. Bye.
That was so sweet and cute. Oh, we thought it would be fun to end by doing a lightning round of our favorite advice that we've given or received this year. You know, the things that have really stuck with us. Elizabeth, you want to start us out?
Yeah, okay. This is something I've learned since being in Japan, and it comes from the tea ceremony. But people will just tell you this, and they say ichi-e, ichi-go, which means one time, one meeting. And the idea is to make the most of each encounter and be in the now, with the idea that, like, you only have this moment once. And I think for me, that has very much grounded me in each moment, particularly with the kids, to be like, as I'm reacting, to kind of think like, you know, ichi-e, ichi-go, like, is this, how do I want this moment to go? And to step back and be like, I want this to be different, so I'm going to make it different. Or even just when I'm having a particularly sweet or lovely moment in something very simple, to appreciate that. So I think the best advice I can pass on is ichi-e, ichi-go.
It's fun to say.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Thanks for sharing that. Jamilah.
I don't know when I first heard this, but it's something I've tried to adhere to this year, which is like, use your good stuff, use your good plates, wear your special dress, you know, like I'm guilty of saving things, you know, like for the right occasion, like, oh, I can't wear this today because there'll be, you know, some party that doesn't exist, or we can't, you know, I'm not going to drink this bottle of champagne because maybe I'll have something to celebrate. Like, enjoy your things while you have them. You know, you'll turn around one day and maybe the dress doesn't fit. Maybe the champagne's gone bad. You know, I've definitely wasted things over the years, treats and clothes that were no good by the time I finally got to them, you know. So use your nice stuff.
I love that. What's an example? What's a recent example of something that you've cashed in on?
That you've done this year?
It's, for me, it's been with clothes, really, you know, because I'm always, you know, like I'll have a dress or something and I'm just waiting for the perfect occasion, you know, like, oh, there's going to be this party. And like what I've learned living in LA for 4 years is that party is not happening, you know, so look nice wherever you're going, you know, enjoy your clothes.
And if you don't know, when Jamilah used to record in her closet back in the days, we got a glimpse at her amazing wardrobe. You have some amazing pieces.
She's got options.
Thank you.
So I'm glad you're wearing them. I love this.
Thank you.
Great. This advice I got on my show, on the Best Advice show, from my good friend Daniel Estrant. He's NPR's Jerusalem correspondent. Since he said this, I think a lot of the advice that I've gathered on my show has changed my life, but this is the one that I think has been like the stickiest and the one that I use daily. When someone says thank you, just say you're welcome. Like, it's so easy to deflect when someone says thank you, to be like, no, thank you, or like, oh, no problem, like, oh, no, it was nothing. But like, if you actually allow yourself just to accept that thanks, you might feel like your shoulders drop I feel like there's like a real sense of true, like the embodiment of acceptance. I think it's like similar to accepting a compliment instead of deflecting. Like just be like, you know, when you accept a compliment, you can just say thank you. Or when someone says thank you to you, just say you're welcome and just kind of notice how your body reacts to that. It's so simple, and it's something that you can practice. Like, I'm sure someone's going to thank you for something today. Just try saying you're welcome. You'll be surprised at how unnatural it is. But just say you're welcome.
I love this.
So we're going to wrap up this year with an announcement. A big announcement. Mom and Dad Are Fighting is growing up. We're graduating. We're entering a new phase. I don't know how to quite put this.
Mom and Dad Are Fighting is 10 years old, if you can believe it.
And we're going strong. However, starting in 2024, we will no longer be Mom and Dad Are Fighting. We have a new name. And that name is... Drum roll. Should we do a drum roll?
Yeah.
Our new name is Care and Feeding. You might know that that's also the name of Slate's parenting advice column, the same one that Jamilah contributes to every week. We are Care and Feeding now.
Don't worry. We are still going to be here figuring out how to raise the next generation. You'll still hear triumphs and fails, recommendations, and of course, advice from the three of us. But we're excited to bring you even more great advice from our colleagues from across the Slate cinematic universe.
So send your burning parenting questions to careandfeedingpod@slate.com and look for Care and Feeding in your feeds. If you're subscribed or following the show, that should not change even after we change names. But if you lose track of us, just search for Care and Feeding wherever you listen.
Big news. And that's our show. This episode of Mom and Dad Are Fighting is produced by Maura Currie and Rosemary Belson. Shasha Leonard is the voice of our listeners. Alicia Montgomery is the VP of Slate Audio. For Jamilah Lemieux and Elizabeth Newcamp, I'm Zak Rosen. Thanks for listening.
Hey everybody, it's Tim Heidecker. You know me, Tim and Eric, Bridesmaids, and Fantastic Four. I'd like to personally invite you to listen to Office Hours Live with me and my co-hosts, DJ Doug Pound.
Hello.
And Vic Berger.
Howdy.
Every week we bring you laughs, fun, games, and lots of other surprises. It's live. We take your Zoom calls.
Music.
We love having fun. Excuse me?
Songs. Vic said something. Music.
Songs.
Music.
I like having fun. I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can make me laugh. Please subscribe now.